Hi class and welcome to Social Studies. Today we're going to be learning about landforms. We're going to do this in 3 different ways. Our first way is we're going to read about them in this book. This land is your land. Our second way is we're going to practice using our symbols and spelling our landforms. Our third way is we're going to find some real life images of these landforms up on my TV here and see how they match up to what we see in the book and how our symbols say them. All right, so let's get started. Earth has landforms everywhere, special places people share. Nature makes an awesome scene, up high, down low, and in between. Nature's all around us. We can look out our windows right now and see some nature. What do I see? I see a tree, I see a bush. Unfortunately, I live in a kind of populated area, so there's not a whole lot of nature. But I know right down the street we have a hill. We're going to learn about all these things. Where land meets sea, there is a coast. Sandy beaches cover most. Some are straight and some are bent. Coastlines shape a continent. Okay, there's our first landform, a coast. Let's look at our symbol stick. Our first landform is coast. Coast. C-O-A-S-T. Coast. Okay, let's take a look at some real live coasts. We are lucky to live in New Jersey because we have a coast all along one side of our state. We learned about this earlier when we read about Sweetie and how she went all over. She went to some beaches. That's on the coast. All right, let me pick one that I think looks really pretty. This is a beautiful coast. See the sandy beaches and the water? That's what makes a coast. There's not always sand along a coast, though. Sometimes there are mountains, rocks. Coasts can look different all over, as long as that's where the land meets the sea. All right, we're going to close that one out. Let's see what our second landform is. A mountain stretches steep and high. It reaches toward the big blue sky. The peak above is capped in snow. It's colder than the base below. All right, so mountains go up so high up that there's snow on top sometimes. Let's look at our symbol. Mountain. We know that letter sound. Mountain. Mountain. M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N. Mountain. Okay, let's find some real live mountains. There's one on the screen behind me already. Did you guys notice? Sorry, my cat's here. There's a real life mountain behind me. There's snow on top. And as you can tell, as it goes lower and lower and lower, the snow disappears. Mountains are very high up. All right, let's continue reading our story. The hill slopes up above the ground. The rounded top looks like a mound. Rolling hills are what you see when they are in a group of 3. These kids are doing an activity we might do when it snows on a hill. They're going sledding. Hills are amazing for sledding because they're not too steep, but you get to shoot right down. It's really fun. All right, let's look at a hill behind me. And let's look at our symbol stick. Hill. Hill. H-I-L-L. Hill. A hill is kind of like a very tiny mountain. We have hills all over. I live right next to a hill. It's beautiful and it's fun to walk up and down. All right, hill right behind me. See what's next. Ooh, I wonder if you know what that is. There you go. A plateau. Stretches miles long. Its rocky structure makes it strong. The land is raised and flat on top. Desert plateaus can't grow a crop. This is very cool. This might remind us of maybe cowboys in the Wild West. It's dry. They can't grow anything there because there's no water. All right, let's look at our symbol stick and spell plateau. Plateau. We might know that letter sound now too. Plateau. P-L-A-T-E-A-U. Plateau. See how it's flat on top? All right. That matches our picture behind us, a plateau. It's flat on top and there's nothing growing there. Nothing can grow on plateaus. Okay, let's see if you know our next landform. Ooh, some of us might have been to this landform. A canyon's carved deep in the ground, with mighty rock cliffs all around. A famous canyon known as Grand was formed when water cut the land. That's right, it's the Grand Canyon. This is one of the most famous canyons in the whole world. All right, let's look at our symbol. Canyon. Canyon. C-A-N-Y-O-N. Canyon. And like the book said, the Grand Canyon is one of the most famous and popular canyons. It's in our country, which is amazing. We could go see it. All right, let's see. What's our next landform? This looks very similar to a canyon, but it's a little bit different. A tranquil valley sits between two mountains with a floor of green. Flowers dance in wind that blows, and through it all a river flows. So a valley is found at the bottom of a canyon. They kind of go together. Let's look at our symbol card. The valley. Valley. V-A-L-L-E-Y. A valley. A valley sits down deep between two mountains. One here and one here. The river flows right in between it. The water, slowly over time, makes a dent between two mountains. That's how a valley is made. All right, let's see what's next. All right. On the plains are grazing cows and rising dust from farmers' plows. The fertile soil soaks up rain to nourish roots of golden grain. So plains are very flat. They're very good for growing crops and food that we might eat, like grain, rice, and grain for flour. What else can we grow in a plain? Kind of any vegetables, fruits. Plains are the best place to grow those. All right. Look at our symbol and spell plain. Plain. Plateau started with the same first letter. Plain. P-L-A-I-N. A plain. As you can see behind me, plains are so flat. So flat. All right, here's another word that starts with the sound p. Peninsulas have just 3 sides, sculpted by the flowing tides. They jut out from other land like a thumb does on a hand. We can try this. Hold up your hand. See how your thumb juts out from the rest of your fingers? That's a peninsula. That's easy to remember, right? All right, spell peninsula. This is a very long word. Very long word. It's hard to spell. Peninsula. P-E-N-I-N-S-U-L-A. Peninsula. Remember, peninsula is with your thumb. Let's see if we can find one. There it is. See how there's only 3 sides connected to the water? The other side is connected to land. We have a peninsula in our country. Florida, a state in our country, is a peninsula. All right. I think you guys might know what this one is. It's our next landform. Let's look here. Far beneath the dirt and soil, magma churns a bubbly boil. It all escapes, volcano blows. The ash spurts out, the lava flows. A volcano! We've made some volcanoes in class before with baking soda and food coloring. This is the real life thing. Every once in a while, it will spurt fire and lava out. It's very, very cool, but also very scary. You don't want to be near these when this happens. All right, let's spell volcano. Volcano. V-O-L-C-A-N-O. A volcano. Volcanoes are very cool. Some volcanoes don't explode anymore and we can actually go visit them. There's a lot of volcanoes in Hawaii. All right. Let's see. We have 2 more landforms left. Ooh, this is where I wish I was right now. An island. Surrounded by the open sea, an island sits so peacefully. Waves of water splash the land, breaking rocks and making sand. Ooh, an island looks so fun. So nice and tropical. See how these people are swimming around the island? All right, let's learn to spell island. Island's also a very cool word because it starts with the same letter as my name starts with, an I. Island. I-S-L-A-N-D. Island. Lots of people go on vacations in islands. It's pretty fun. And you can see on this island behind me, there's no land around there. It just sits out there in the ocean by itself. It's very peaceful and relaxing. All right, our last one. This is a very, very difficult landform to know. So don't worry about it. We're going to get there. All right, let's turn the page. Islands in a chain or row create an archipelago. It's a very, very long word. Hardening lava does the chore. It makes one island, then some more. So as a volcano blows and shoots lava out, it will create all of these little islands in a row. Kind of like Hawaii. Earlier I mentioned how Hawaii has volcanoes. That's why Hawaii has a bunch of little islands in a row. Those volcanoes make those islands. All right, let's try to spell our last word, archipelago. This is a big one. A-R-C-H-I-P-E-L-A-G-O. Archipelago. And that is a map of Hawaii. Archipelago. That's a very hard one. You can see behind me an archipelago on the screen. There's lots of little islands, all grouped very close together. Remember our other island? It was just one, and there was just a bunch of water around there. That's the difference between an island and a group of archipelago. All right, we're going to be all done looking at pictures. And let's finish up our book. Find a landform in your view. Remember, it belongs to you. Enjoy what each one has to give. It's one great world in which we live. So we are so lucky to live in the United States because there are so many different kinds of landforms in our country alone. Not many countries are that big, so we're very lucky. All right, later this week, we're going to practice and learn more about our landforms. We're going to be doing this for a while. There's a lot of landforms, but it's going to be fun. All right, bye everybody.